Right then, so let the land's in, preparations to begin. So first of all I'm going to do an oil change, so we'll remove off the sump guard. On mine it's 19mm nuts, 17mm nuts and 13mm nuts. So that's just to have straps over the gearboxes and things, and it's all tied into the sump guard. So yeah, do the oil. Obviously the brakes now need adjusting. I also want to go around and touch up all the paintwork where it's got damage from the trials. I've got a little spray gun, I'll have a go with that. I say it's not to make it look brilliant, it's just to make it look better on the trial. Well, it's the sump guard off, so it's probably not going to grip as well now when I take all this mud off, but there we go. So yeah, just got to drop the oil out of it now. I have been out in it this morning to give it a good run, so it should still be nice and hot. So much I can get in here then. At least it's a straight drop, so it goes straight into the bin. Oh, it's a bit tight there. It. See, lovely and black, and so I'm trying to flush this one out really. I'll let that drain for a minute or two, and then I'll take off the strainer and we'll have a look in there to see how bad it is. As you say, oil's as black as anything. Say, because there was a lot of sludge in this, I'm just flushing it through. We got 15 weight 40 to go back in it as well, so I'm just going to get off the strainer now and have a look. Right, so all the nuts out. See how easily this will come down. Oh, fairly easily. And just got the strainer to come down as well. We can get it out and have a look. Get all the oil plug away. I might just put the drain bottle back under it a sec. You can see there's a lot less sludge in there now, whereas last couple of oil changes this has just been completely full. So I reckon the engine's getting really clean now. So I'm just going to clean all this up with a rag and a bit of brake cleaner, make sure we got all the nuts, and then it can all go back together then. Showing this looks nice and clean. I'll just give it a quick blowout. Right, so we've got a new gasket set here. We do need to replace the squash washer on here. If it's just the case it just prizes off. Not replaced many crush washers before because I normally get away with reusing them. There we go. Oh, that's coming off now. A little bit of a pain. Ow, just sliced my thumb. Get the new one. Hopefully that will just slide right on. Yep, lovely job. It just pops right on like that. Ready to go into the plate. We could just screw that into the plate now. Obviously don't forget to nip it up once it's on the car. Oh, I don't know why that's tight in there. Oh, there we go. Just had a tight spot on there. So obviously we've got the new washers there. I think I'll just drop most of them then. New washers to go on the studs. I'm just going to clean up the bolts now. Probably see you back underneath the car. Right, that's all ready to refit now. All the new gaskets all oiled up nicely. All the new washers in there ready to go. Everything cleaned. Right, so gasket, strainer, gasket, and then we'll pop the top plate on. Oh, we've got normally blood in it as well, look. And we've got the new nuts and washers there ready to go. There we go, lovely jubbly. I just tighten them up with this, and I just like to give them a little nip with the ratchet, but it's very hard to not over tighten them because you just feel like you want to crack it up tight. There's just a bit of brake cleaner there dripping. Well, I'm going to chuck some oil in now to make sure it doesn't leak. And then that should be it then for the oil change part of it. Well, I'm going to hate myself with this bit. Unfortunately, I don't have time to actually prep and spray all the bodywork where it needs doing. So I've just quickly sanded all the bits back where the paint's peeled off, and we're actually going to brush paint it on. I'm going to thin it a little bit, so hopefully it will work. But obviously it only means in the future just sanding it back with the DA to respray over it anyway. But I just want it looking a bit tidier for the Land's End, because this is the Friday before the Land's End, so need to get the car done really and looking tidy. Well, that's just some paint chucked on. It's a very light first coat, so it would have been nice to get on and done a bit of filling as well, but let's just make it look a bit better when it's on the hills really. I'll get a few runs in that one just to go back over. Would have been nice to, like, little dent here now, it would have been nice to fill. But yeah, no, I think it's going to look alright. Right, I knew I was going to hate this, so I just got to let it dry now, probably overnight, and then we can come back and go over with a bit of wet and dry sandpaper. Wet, just so you don't get the bits there where it looks obvious it's new paint against the old paint. But I think though it probably does look better than what it did. Decided to take a bit longer to dry because it's not in the sun. Or I've tidied it up a bit from a distance, so I'm sure once I've got some mud on there it will look really good. Obviously I will just need to go back and sand it all with an electric sander at some point and then spray those bits in properly, but it's going to tidy it up enough for Friday. Obviously time's ticking now. Then back on the Beetle, I just need to go around and adjust the brakes, just check the wheel bearings for any play. All feels absolutely good. Just going to do that on all four corners, check for any play in the bearings. I also need to check the brake fluid in there, and then I'm going to adjust the brakes up. There we go, so I've just been lifting up the little star wheels. I've not done it over tight, so I can still rotate it. Should be lovely jubbly. I need to do the same as that on all four corners now. I might also pop some grease into the beam, so I haven't done that since the beam's been off on these nipples here. Right, I've just nipped this wheel up as well. I've greased them. I've just noticed I'm missing the bottom grease nipple there, but I've just robbed one off another one to get grease in it. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put some insulation tape around it because I put my toe strap through here, which I'll show you in a minute. Whether it's come off because of that or whether it was missing from before, I can't remember. But, well, I'll probably cuss myself for doing that next time, but at least it's all sealed up now and we can get the recovery strap on it now. Like to keep it nice and simple, just with a toe-in strap. It nice and tight on there, and pop the bonnet up, and I just tuck it in there then. So it's really nice and easy. If I do ever need recovering, just undo the bonnet clips and the rips right there. Our brake levels are both above the minimum in there, so it should be good to go. Right, just on the same on the back as well. I normally do them up a bit tighter, but as we don't have the 200 miles of driving before we get to the start this year, I've not done them as tight as I would normally, because obviously we're starting in Bridgewater this year, not Cirencester or Launceston or somewhere. Right, so that's the rear brakes adjusted. Now just going to check the gearbox oil. I've got it jacked up fairly levelish, I hope or think. So we'll just undo this. Hopefully it won't need any, or just a little bit, and we'll squirt some in with a bottle if it does. There we go, gearbox now topped up. I just like to use one of those press pumps. A bit tedious for a refill in, but I do have a big syringe as well, but that's nice and easy there. So just top it up. Probably took about half a litre. Well, fingers crossed that's all the Beetle prep work done now. Obviously I just need to load my tools up into it and things and print off the route and fit numbers and things like that. But yeah, well, anyway, we'll see you all on the Land's End. Look out for us. I want to see lots of pictures and videos. Cheers!